Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and today I have an exciting new video for you. This is tools, tips, tricks, and techniques. This is a video I've wanted to make for a long time. I've got a lot of cool stuff to show you in here. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. But also, I do hide a piece of sand red in each of my videos, so it's kind of a little game we play. If you can find it, let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and get started. First section here, I have a few outdoor tools I made. I've got a little leaf blower here that's handheld for a minifigure. A couple simple pieces of the candlestick on the end. And then I made a little more powerful one here for Rick. A little backpack blower with the wraparound attachment there he holds on to. If you watched my backyard tips, tricks, and techniques video, you've already seen my lawnmower. Quite proud of this. This took me a long time to come up with. I've been trying to make an accurate looking lawnmower for years, and finally figured out one that looks pretty good. I decided to expand on the idea and make an electric one as well. Electric lawnmowers are becoming really popular. They're usually colored green. Not always, but often. So I made one of those, and then I decided to make a ride-on lawnmower too. Kind of based off of a John Deere lawnmower. Got thinner tires in the front, some bigger ones in the back. That's pretty cool. Fits a minifig real nicely. I did build a couple of things here that don't really fit in the lawn, but they don't fit anywhere else in this video, so I'm going to show them here. I made a little shop vac. Actually, a big shop vac. Got a hose on there, a couple attachments. These little round 1x1s on the bottom act kind of as wheels, like casters. And something that might be familiar to you, a little Dyson vacuum here. Thought that turned out pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. So another purpose of this video is to finally explain why my hands always look like they do. Sorry, they're always dirty. It's not good for making film. But anyway, it's because I'm a really handy person. I do a lot of stuff with my hands, and all of these things are examples of things I do. For example, this is a little bike shop I threw together. I am a professional bike mechanic. I work on bicycles all the time. And so I kind of put together a little mock here to show you kind of what that might look like. Got a couple of bikes for sale here in the front. Nice little wall of helmets. Got our tools back here. A little tub of grease. And if you are into bikes, you probably know bike wash is usually pink. So we got some super bike wash there. Got a little work stand here with a bike in it. And I did one of these bigger, newer mountain bikes up on the wall. I think the scale on these is ridiculous. But hey, maybe it's a fat bike. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. So as well as bicycle maintenance, I'm also very active with welding. So I made a little bit of a metal shop here, a little welding shop. And so let's kind of go through some of these different tools I made. First thing over here, I've got a little air compressor, put some gauges on it. I got a hose wrapped up around the back. Right down here in front, I got the world's most dangerous bench grinder. I say that because I don't have any platforms here for putting tools on, and there's no guards on them, but otherwise it wouldn't look realistic. I've got an oxy fuel setup for cutting and welding. Now, I should mention, I'm going to put a picture up here of a oxy fuel torch that Lego created. And I do own one of these. I looked everywhere for it trying to make this video and I just could not find it, so sorry about that. But I made my own setup because there's one flaw with this piece. An oxy fuel setup requires two hoses to go to two separate tanks, and with this piece it only goes one hose to one tank. Now I'm sure the person who developed this is not a welder, so it's okay. I wouldn't expect anyone to be that detail oriented with this stuff, but for me it didn't work. So I made my own setup. So my oxy fuel setup, I used one of these red dollies. Two tanks on there. We got our oxygen and our acetylene. Two regulators on top. I only had one gray valve. I'd like to have two on there, but I only had one. Those are really hard to come by in gray. As is required with gas tanks, we have chains around them so they don't fall over and break and explode. And so that's my setup. I didn't put a torch on here, but you can take a brass torch of sorts and attach it, and you could even do two lines if you wanted to. I kind of wanted to get the feel of a metal shop where they just have all the tools lined up and you pull them out as you need them. This next guy here I made is a little MIG welder. I've got a tank of gas back here attached to it. I've got the welder here with the little welding gun on the side. And then I made a little welding table here behind Rick. I've got a little tree you can weld off of, a couple of pieces of metal here that maybe he's working on. And it's got a ground going to the table as well. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the last one. So I'm also an avid woodworker. I have my own shop here at the house. If you watched my first LEGO Theory video on elevating base plates, I did a section in there where I cut some wood in my shop. But so I put together a little wood shop here. We've got our table saw down in front. It was kind of fun trying to get this blade to recess into the table, and I think it turned out pretty cool actually. Got a drill press over here on the side. I've seen a lot of different drill presses made. That's nothing too original, but I think it turned out pretty good. Big wall of tools in the back here. Smaller workbench here with a bench vise on it. And then just some scrap wood, bottle of wood glue. This little train I had in my LEGO Toys Tips, Tricks, and Techniques video, so you may have seen that already. And as every woodworker knows, you can never have too many clamps, so I got some bar clamps up here on the wall. This thing I think turned out really nice. I did a little combination sander. I got a belt sander on one side and a disc sander on the other side. And then this is not the first miter saw I've made for LEGO City, but I think it's probably the best one I've ever done. I've got the round table in there showing that it rotates. Put a little fence, and then the saw is just one of these buzz saws. I think these came out in the early 2000s with the LEGO City Rescue stuff, which was one of my favorite themes of LEGO when I was a kid. And it works really well. You just clip it in here, and it looks like a compound miter saw. Well, that's about all I've got. I'll show you these guys one more time. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more just like this. And we will see you next time.